I am privileged to deliver this year's South African Student Congress Walter Sisulu annual lecture. Isithwala Ndwese Aparangwe, and a principled leader of our movement for decades, Comrade Walter Sisulu is among the founding fathers of our democracy and an iconic figure in our historical landscape. There can be no greater honor than employing his memory as a public platform to share ideas that advance society. So this lecture should serve the purpose of building on his legacy, which can be summarized as being about the building of a united, democratic, non-racial, non-sexist, just and prosperous society. Bearing in mind the legacy of Comrade Walter Sisulu, today I wish to focus on the issue of education in post-apartheid South Africa, as well as the need for SASCO as a progressive youth organization to acquire political education to be able to make a meaningful contribution to the world at a political level. Education in itself is a key instrument with which to address our socio-economic needs, as well as the underlying norms and values that reflect our common humanity. Program Director, there is no question about the need to sharpen our focus on education in the development of our country today. Indeed, government has designated education as an apex priority because of the context outlined above. Education is the only proven source with the power to modernize our country by first reversing the historical damage of apartheid and secondly, underwriting social cohesion through social transformation. Social cohesion is made possible by numerous social dynamics, but one would contend that among them, education is the most important because its positive effects on social development is durable so long as a good education system remains in place. Through education, some of the social pathologies embedded in human history can be eliminated for good. I am reminded in this regard of the intractable issue of gender inequality, which derives from primordial cultural consciousness manifested in macho paternalistic practices. Gender inequality has material base to the extent that women who have no independent economic means, as it was the case in the past, have to be adjuncts to men. In and of themselves, these social relations frees women in a social space of subjugation. Modernity, however, expressed through progressive policies of a democratic government, enables women to access education with the result that they break the historical mold of gender inequalities. In addition to equipping them with education to develop independent economic means, they also develop modernist impulse that enables them to reclaim their full humanity. What is our role at this point in history in reversing this legacy of apartheid that is continuing to present barriers to social cohesion? More than that, how do we envision the future of our country in terms of the generation after ours? Understanding that education is important for the future development of our country, our government has, within its limitations, placed education as an apex priority. Various advances have been made in ensuring full and free access at the basic education level including the provision of no-fee schools and providing nutrition programs. Admittedly, we have not moved fast enough in the sphere of higher education, but are making strides to promote further access. As such, you are privileged. This in turn places a huge responsibility on Sisulu and the South African youth in general, so that they can rise to the demands of their generation. The government remains fully committed to providing the ideal environment for education to take root in our country. Government will leave nothing to chance in its determination to effectuate progress.